Yeah, good evening. So we are discussing about the components like web services. On the web services, we done login, registration, and after that we created a splash screen. On the splash screen, we added some animation as well. Right. So that is done. Now today we will concentrate on a session management. So like how to create a session, like for example, so once user has logged in into the application, once he logged in for the first time, so then second time onwards, when user open the application, so directly it says that you are already logged in. So it should navigate to the next page, that is menu page. So that we have to implement today here. So to implement that, what are the steps and what we need to follow, that we will see. So to handle the session, we will use the concept called shared preferences. So we will call the concept called shared preferences. So using the shared preferences, we will handle here. So to do that here now, where our session will start from the login, right? So here in this page, in this login, where user has successful login. So this is the failed case. So this is the one here, success, right? So when here user has successfully logged in into the application. So uh, before uh, executing the intent code, here we will write some code. So that code will define here the session management, that is using shared preferences. Here I'm writing the session management. So session management, that is nothing but here shared preferences data we will use. So shared preferences we will use. Right. So for that now, first of all, to handle this shared preferences here, so we supposed to write where shared preferences. So we will write that. So just declaring the shared preferences. So whenever we write the shared preferences, this we have to get the data. So that is here we need to write get shared preferences. So we have to get the shared preferences. So for this shared preferences, we used to give some details. So this is the for login we are using. That's the reason I have given as a login. Then this has a mode. So you should give that mode as private. So mode has private. Done. Then here now we have to give that var editor. So I'm giving an editor to edit this data, because here we are adding the data. So that editor equal to this, whatever we declare that dot edit. So we are editing the data here. So then whatever we declared here, editor dot, so editor dot put string. So here we are adding the data. So we can add the data key comma values. So with key comma values, we will add the data here, right, like this. So for your understandable, just I'll put this side like this. And then here now I'll add that editor dot put string. So first one is the we will get an email, right? Email, and this email we will write from the we got the data from edit right above. We used already that data directly will map that put. This is the password. So pass. So both we will map here, right? So whatever we've written here on the top. So we are getting the data that we are saving in. This is the user email and user password. So those two things we will pass here. That right. Means whatever user has entered the data in user side, means in XML. So that data Here we are collecting the data. So that is the user email and user password. Right. Then editor dot commit. So then editor dot commit means this is the saving of data has done. Right now this data has saved here. But now I want to get this data on next page, that is the menu page. So in a menu page, we supposed to get the data here. We will get the data and we will see the data has coming or not. So to do this here now, from here, what is the declaration? Just as it is, I'll copy the entire code, whatever we've written here. So just I'll paste your right. Means here you, if you want to get the data, here it requires the same declaration, whatever the declaration has done, that same declaration we will use here. So for that here, now I'm using var s1 equal to. So shared preferences dot shared preferences dot get string. So here we are getting the data. So what is the data here we are getting here? So whatever we declared that, so we declared that as with the email, right? So that email data here we are getting. So here we are not assigning, just leave this as the null. Null. Done. So email. Like say here we are getting that var s2 equal to shade preferences dot get string. So here also we used to get this data. Right, this is the data here we are getting. So then this part, it will be null. Done. So now, so we got the data from the shared process, right? So to do this now, the data has there or not to check that. So here I'm writing that those that matrix this at the rate menu page, comma. So here now I want to show this S1 plus S2. Then toast dot length long dot show. Done. So now I'm running this. Now we will see if the user, for the user we are putting into this application, that is working or not, we will see. So meanwhile, I'll open the visor to check this output. So I'm opening the visor. It's connected here. So it is launching. We will see this output now. Something it is not allowed that. Again, I'm retrying that installation. It is installed. See now animation after this. So now from here we will try to log in. So this is the user which we created previously. So now success, it is coming here. Now see whatever the data is entered, this data has came means the data is available now in a shared preferences. Right now, based on this condition, now I'll create a session. So how to create a session, we will see here. So now just I'm copying these 3 lines. Go, I'm jumping into the splash screen. So in a splash screen, here I'm getting this data, right? So now here I'm writing in a runnable condition. Here I'm writing. So if s1 dot, so s1 is empty, s1 dot is empty, is null or empty. In case if this is the value is null or empty, so then it goes to login page, right? Else, right here, we will write else it goes to the next page. So that I'm writing, right? Then it in case that data stay if not empty, then it goes to. So this is only like this simple. This is the session management can be handled like this. So now that already the data is there, so it should go to where it should go. It should go to menu page, right? So it came to menu page, right? Now, so how to clear this data? So I want to clear the shared preferences data. So to clear the shared preferences data in a menu page, here I'll create one button, the button called as a logout. So for that here now I'm taking first, that is the linear layout. Right within a linear layout, I'll add the condition, like I'll add one button. So linear layout, and I'm adding an orientation called vertical. Right, so adding a button, so that is match parent, wrap content, ID. So the ID I'll give as BT1, then text I'll give as a logout. Text I'll give as a logout. So then here now I'll add as the layout. So here logout add, right. So here some margin we will give. So margin 10 dp, right. Now in menu page.kt, here now we will declare the data binding. So that is where binding colon. So activity, right? And what name it will generate? Activity. So activity menu page. So activity menu page binding equal to null. Right. Then here now we will add that binding equal to. So that is the data binding util dot set content. Here we will add this. So input it like this. Right. Now here. So after this, here we will add. So that is binding dot bt1 dot. So set on click list. So for this now applying a on click listener. So that set on click listener, I'm applying that on click listener. So set on click list. Right. Now here, so here editor is required because whenever we add and remove the data, editor is required. So that's the reason here we need to declare that. So editor equal to shared preferences dot edit, that we have to. Now here we will to write editor dot clear. So then editor dot apply. That's it. That these two lines we have. Now we will see that session will be clear or not. Now we will see. So it is launching. We will see now. See now I'm clicking on this button. Right. I close this. Right. Then I'm calling this. Means I'm again opening that. Now it should go login page. Right. So it is working. But from here now, this is coming back to this page, so that we have to handle. So in a splash screen here, we have to write that as the activity has the finish, And even in login also, from the login, it is going to the next page. Right? So here also we should write the finish. This is the proper code. So now it is coming. Right. Now I press back, it is closing. This is the proper steps. Right. That is here. This is wrapping. Right. Now the session management part has done. So now what we have to do here is next step here in a menu page here. Now we will add one recycler view that is with the data from the service side. So that is here recycler view. So this is the recycler view. Match parent, wrap content, and one ID. So I have given one ID that is the REC. Then margin. So fairly. So done. So this is the recycler view. Here we have. So okay, this is okay. But for this the recycler view, so what is the API? Just we'll see the API today, and the next step we will continue tomorrow. So for that here now, I want to see the postman. So just we'll see the API. So get data. So this is the API we are going to this. As of now, we discussed APIs that is a post. So today this is the get. So directly it is a get. So this is a URL sending. So here once we send this, so here we are getting the data like this. So here we are getting the multiple data. So the multiple data, how what is that here? So just I'll copy the response, and here I'm using one JSON viewer. So something like that, the JSON formatter or JSON viewer in online. So we will get here the, so here now I pasted that. So this is the structure. Here see, we are getting the data in the form of array, ID, email, first name, last name, and image. So these are the data we will show in a recycler view. So that we have to write the next program. So, but that complete program we will write in next class itself. So even now, if it start, it won't continue. That's the reason. Continue complete program we will write in the next class. Right.